A very beautiful Friday morning to you viewers. You're onto the Superscreen TV News at 10. I am Kiruka Ibe. And now the news and the details. President Muhammadu Buhari has met behind closed doors with the nation's security chiefs. The meeting, which was held inside the presidential villa in Abuja, was meant to reveal ongoing efforts aimed at tackling security challenges across the country. According to the Minister of Defense Dan Ali spokesman Chuko Gwasa, the security chiefs demand for more equipment from the federal government. Those who attended the meeting include the Minister of Defense Mansour Dan Ali, National Security Advisor Babagana Mongono, Chief of Defense Staff Gabriel Olonisakin, Chief of Army Staff Chuko Borotai, Chief of Naval Staff Iboko Ekwe Ibas, and Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Abubakar Sadiq, amongst others. Local government chairmen and councillors in Kwara State have defected from the All Progressive Congress APC to the People's Democratic Party PDP. Chairman of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria Kwara State Chapter, Joshua Omo Kanye, disclosed this during a media briefing on the defection in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Omo Kanye said all the 16 local government chairmen and all the councillors defected, elected under the APC, defected to the PDP. The People's Democratic Party PDP caucus in the National Assembly has revealed an alleged plot by the All Progressive Congress APC senators to impeach Senate President Bukola Saraki. Addressing journalists at the Assembly complex in Abuja, Deputy Minority Leader House of Representatives Chukwuka Onyema alleged the senators Ali Ndume, Ove Omo Agege, and Abdullahi Adamu are the masterminds of the plots.
When information was brought to us that the Senate chambers was being forcefully invaded by a couple of senators led by Senator Ali Ndume, Senator Adamu Abdullahi, and Senator Omo Agege, and the aim of their invasion of the Senate, while senators are have gone on recess, they wanted to invade the Senate chambers to come and sit illegally and impeach the Senate President illegally when everybody is out on recess. We also have it on good authority that they are planning to come back this night and tomorrow morning, aided by security forces, our own security forces that is meant to, their job is meant to protect Nigerians, protect lives and property of Nigerians. They are the ones leading these dissident senators. We have also information that some policemen have arrived, so we want to find out what they are doing here. If you all go to the Senate chambers, you see that it is locked up and barricaded with chains. They want to attempt what happened in Benue State, which in zone is an illegality in its entirety. They now want to bring it to National Assembly.
You will recall that the Senate President Saraki announced his defection to the PDP Tuesday via his Twitter handle. And talking politics, the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, which is an alliance of 39 political parties, including the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Social Democratic Party, SDP, and Labour parties, unveiled its national secretariat in Abuja. Report says members of the coalition recently signed a memorandum of understanding to field a joint presidential candidate to confront the ruling party in 2019. Details as new developments unfold. Senator representing Borno South Ali Ndume has accused the Senate President Bukola Saraki of shutting down the National Assembly over personal issues. Ndume, who made this known to journalists, said he was shocked at the manner in which Saraki acted and therefore wants the Senate reconvened in order for it to resolve some critical national matters. According to Ndume, some of the pending matters include the approval of the FCT budgets for INEC, the appointment of ICPC members, amongst others. A Makurdi High Court has restrained the 8 suspended members of the Benue State House of Assembly from proceeding with the impeachment of Governor Samuel Otom. Justice Teresa Igoche also restrained them from sitting and upheld their suspension pending the determination of the motion on notice. The order also restrains the Chief Judge of Benue State from receiving or acting on any process or request issued pursuant to the purported sitting, proceeding and resolution of July 30th, 2018, aimed to resolve or to remove Governor Samuel Otom pending the determination of the motion on notice. And in Kaduna State, the Kaduna State High Court has fixed October 4th to rule on the bail application of leader of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, IMN, Ibrahim El-Zakzaky. The presiding judge, Gideon Kurada, fixed a date following the arraignment of the Shiite leader and his wife, Zainat El-Zakzaky, by the state government in the state capital. You will recall that El-Zakzaky and his wife were first arraigned on May 15 and detained over allegations of culpable homicide, unlawful assembly, and disruption of public peace, among other charges. An anti-corruption group, Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, says it has sent a Freedom of Information request to the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Sule Kurada, on the status of the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun. SERAP, in a statement by its Deputy Director, Timothy Adewale, said Adeosun deserved to be given the benefit of doubt while awaiting the official reply of NYSC. The group said it wants Kuzaure to, within 7 days, use his good office to provide information and documents on whether or not Adeosun applied for NYSC exemption certificate. The request by SERAP came on the heels of media allegation that Adeosun forged an NYSC exemption certificate to secure her current job and previous jobs in Nigeria. The Lagos State Special Offences Court in Ikeja has granted bail to businessman John Abebe, who is facing forgery charges. Abebe, who is a younger brother of the late former First Lady Stella Obasanjo, is being tried by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for alleged forgery. However, following an application by his lawyer, Kanu Agbebi San, who served as Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice during former President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration, Abebe was admitted to bail by Justice Mojisola Dada. The former AGF told the courts that the businessman had no record of crime, adding that a man of his caliber would not jump bail. The judge said Abebe must deposit his passport in the custody of the court pending the conclusion of the case. An appeal has been made to the federal government to educate Nigerians on the dangers inherent in drug abuse and addiction. This appeal was made by a former presidential aspirant in the 2015 election, Martin Onovo, some political analysts and security specialists in Lagos, with an interview with Superscreen's Mike Osemeke in Lagos. The details has more.
National Bureau of Statistics in 2012 shows that 37% of Nigerian youth population are engaged in drug abuse. But more than 6 years after that report, the use of non-conventional substances has increased exponentially, a development that threatens the social fabric of the society. Worried by these growing rates of drug abuse and addiction among Nigerian youth, Martin Onovo and Bola Oba urged the federal government to embark on a sensitization program.
The youths are impressionable. We have told them that it is not right to steal, but they have seen us reward and promote thieves. So they have this confusion which they have to deal with, and when it overwhelms them, drugs become what they may see, incorrectly though, as a safe haven. Where to run to, where to get high, in order not to be completely destroyed by the intractable problems. But the drugs themselves are a problem. So we need, first, advocacy. Second, we need good example. Third, we're going to need some form of enforcement.
When somebody is suffering from drug abuse, the person can no longer keep focus. The person can no longer be attentive to details. The person can no longer be enamored with skills skills-related issues and skills empowerment.
It has also been estimated that more than 500,000 bottles of codeine, tramadol, rohypnol, marijuana, and other opioids are consumed by young Nigerians on a daily basis across the country. This alarming trend is steadily destroying families and creating an army of zombies. Victoria Ehomo condemns this as she highlights the dangers it poses on Nigeria's growth and development.
Nigeria was not a user nation of drugs, even with all the bad names, or even with all the negatives we had. 419, advance fee fraud, and all the negatives that we had. But unfortunately, times have changed. I would say part of it unemployment. People finish university, no job. Then even in the university, this cultism, they have cults that they belong to, and to belong to the cult, they have to take some drugs, which is a very big problem for our country. So going forward with the number of youths that are taking drugs, it is bad, because I know like Colombia, countries like Colombia and all those bad countries known for taking those drugs. You can imagine us now adding that reputation again to already the bad ones that we have. Going forward, it's going to be very bad for this country, because it will also increase crime in the country.
The Director General of International Institute of Professional Security, Tony Ofoyeta, also lends his voice to the menace.
There has been an extension of the construction of hard drugs, which is predominantly and exclusive of a country like Nigeria. You talk about inhaling sewage, for example. You talk about codeine. I heard if Ministry of Health banned or impounded on codeines, they were brought into the country. And I laughed. Why I laughed is because when you want to attend to a problem, you don't attend to it from the surface. You attend to it from the root. Because at the end of the day, what you have done is that you have made codeine like cocaine. It's going to still get to their hand, but at a higher cost.
For this maritime specialist, he shares a different view, blaming some government officials for the growing rate.
They are just fighting drug skeletally. They are not fighting the use of hard drugs holistically. When the government of certain states of the countries of the world said our own is death sentence, why is Nigeria now campaigning against let the drug barons, let the drug users not be inculcated in the law as a death sentence? Because I believe that if you set out a law, you want to achieve what we call 100% goal. You are just not setting law because you just want to set a law. This country is working for them. So Nigerians knows if you go to certain country, China and so on, they get you in drugs, is sentenced death.
While there is a clarion call on government to nip this menace in the bud, you will recall that the federal government on April 31, 2018 banned the importation and production of codeine in the country. It remains to be seen how the federal government will take into cognizance some of the advices given by these specialists.
Away from that drug abuse report now, and we'll go on a quick break to bring you business news. Stay with us. You're welcome back now on business. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, says it's developing a risk-based cybersecurity framework for banks and payment service providers to combat internet fraud in the country. The Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, who was represented by the Deputy Governor, Financial System Stability, Aisha Ahmed, disclosed to journalists at the 2018 Nigeria JP Morgan Chase Cybersecurity Conference that the framework will ensure appropriate cybersecurity of data in Nigeria's banking system. Director, Information and Communication Technology Department in CBN, John Ayo, said that CBN had a strong cybersecurity model in place to protect its systems against attacks. The Swiss government is to strengthen its relations with Nigeria in the non-oil in line with the federal government's diversification agenda. Swiss ambassador to Nigeria, Eric Meyers, disclosed this on the occasion of the 727th anniversary of the Swiss Confederation and the farewell reception in his honor in Abuja. Meyers, who has served in Nigeria for 3 years, said that both countries have made concrete achievements in their bilateral relations. He also said that Nigeria was the main exporter of oil to Switzerland, and both countries are working to diversify relations in other sectors. And on to road construction, the Federal Executive Council FEC has approved 72.9 billion naira for reconstruction of the road from Apapa to Tollgate on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Lagos State. Minister of Works, Power and Housing Babatunde Fashola, who made this known, said the decision was taken to provide a long-term solution to the road, which has suffered a lot of gridlock in recent times. According to the minister, the road, which was intended to evacuate cargo out of Lagos without running through the spine of the city, will be done using a public-private partnership PPP model. The minister also said the road, when fully constructed, will have 10 lanes with a total of 270.8 linear kilometers, including drainage, rehabilitation of some of the bridges and interchanges. And we'll go on another quick break to bring you sports and foreign-related stories. Please stay with us.